I ask for the truth on behalf of Cindy Sanborn concerning relationship issues and the relationship that she is in now. She's met somebody and wants to know if it's right. And I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And we just cut the deck like that, and where it splits is where it is at its most energetic point, and then we just place the cards over here. We'll deal out 3 cards in a timeline of past, present and future. The past in this particular case is about a moon phase behind. It's the recent past, about 3 to 4 weeks or so ago. Let's see, of course, the next card, which would be for the present. That's of course where you are now, and then finally the immediate future. It's about a moon phase in front, isn't it? A bit like the recent past is a moon phase behind. The immediate future is thus a moon phase in front, or thereabouts. So here we have the timeline, and that's what we do. So we'll pull out the first card, and we'll flip the first card, which is the first one dealt, which is the recent past, isn't it? So let's just see what energy, as you would say, vibrated over the past 3 or 4 weeks concerning this relationship issue that you've raised. The fact that you've met somebody, is it right, or what's going on? You've got the spider. The spider symbolises creativity, doesn't it? Planning and things like that, and calculating, theorising. And that's often what the spider represents as a power totem, of course. This particular deck tends to focus on that sort of idea, in the sense that you've been having to be meticulous and patient. You've been having to sort of dot the I's, cross the T's, get everything right. Maybe, I suppose, with it being this relationship, asking if it's right or not. Maybe you've been sort of asking yourself some soul-searching questions, I suppose, really, about that. Is it right for this? Is it right for the other? It seems as though this is it right isn't just so much is he right, but is it right, in the sense, is it right because of maybe my past, or the way things are, or just in I suppose in general. But it seems as though I'm sort of like getting as though there is one major thing, but I can't quite put my finger on what that would be. Maybe it's a skeleton in his cupboard, your cupboard, or both your cupboards, and is it right to blend? I don't know. I want to pull out the next card to just see how this has affected you, in the sense that you've had to be sort of meticulous, your sort of attention to detail, really, haven't you, just recently, and sort of try and get everything in order before you commit yourself any further. And I suppose it means not just meditation and thinking about what to do, but maybe going through things physically, clearing out the clutter and things like that. There's you've got the chalice from the treasury there, and the chalice. Although there's a lot of darkness there in the background, nevertheless, there's rejuvenation and there's a lot of fulfilment happening right now. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you feel if it's too good to be true, maybe it is. Maybe you're doubting it because it feels too good to be true. Is this right? Then again, is this right? Is it right because maybe is he younger than you, or much older than you, or is there something along there? Is it right because somebody's it's like intermarital, or like an affair or something like that even? Is it right? But there's restoration going on here, there's rejuvenation going on, and of course, and you obviously fulfilled there, let's see, in that sense. The chalice, of course, represents water, emotions, feelings there as well. A lot of feelings in the darkness of it. I feel as though you're trying to keep a secret, although that card hasn't come up. Nevertheless, I get a feeling as though you're trying to keep something secret, or you're trying to be very careful. That's why. But the energy of seduction there in the immediate future, clearly indicating passion and romance. This will get more serious by the looks of it. And yes, I suppose that is just what happens, isn't it? If it's right or wrong, if it's a correct thing to do, these things happen. If there are unhealthy boundaries or something like that, that's for you really to decide and for you to make that choice. But is this right? I do sort of feel as though you've met somebody. Is it the right one, or should I move on to somebody else, or what? I just sort of somehow feel as though there's sort of something else going on, a skeleton in a cupboard, maybe. If it's a skeleton in your own cupboard and you haven't said yet. But I still feel as though there's secrets. Although nevertheless, this feeling of fulfilment, this vibration of fulfilment right now, of course, just don't want to spoil it, do we? It's going so good. But when something's so good to be true, it probably may be, but it'll get more serious. I was trying to focus on this this vessel here. Is that the chalice from the present moving into the future, and sort of vibrating the feelings there as well, with a lot of flow as the wind or the air, the communications and the creative thought get moving there and get put into motion after the plans. You see, the spider, of course, just recently indicates that you've spun your web, in your sense. You've done what you can do. You can't do any doer, as you would say. You've prepared as best as you can, and it's just up to you, him, or both of you to. It's just up to it, the situation, to pan out, as you would say. And this feeling of fulfilment there, will it prove to be a delusion, or well, it'll get more serious, let's put it that way. Where it leads to after that is entirely up to you, isn't it? With that, these cards have spoken.